What I've done here is I've taken the silicone and I've went all the way around the pan with it, and I added some more in the corners here, in the front and the back, because that was a problem area once already. I'm going to flip the pan over, set it down into place, make sure the gasket doesn't slip out of place here. Bolts were supposed to be in my pocket. Okay, so there's in the Chevy small block, they have 4 5/16 bolts, and they go in the front and the back corners, and those are the ones that I would put in first. Something I noticed was silicone is best to have that taken off your hands immediately before it dries. So as I was saying, silicone is the best to have that off your hands while the silicone is still nice and wet before it has a chance to dry. Get too much silicone on your fingers and then you get it all over the camera, and then you got to try and explain it to the wife. Just as well avoid that one. So I'm just going to continue to tighten these down, get them all, just get them started. All the small ones, the 2 on the ends, or 4 on the ends, I've already got them started. But the smaller ones I just put into place. It's a lot easier just to do it this way. And you don't get silicone on your fingers. Once those are snug down, then I go ahead and I tighten these up. 4 bigger ones on the end. And in this case, I'm putting them in hand tight. I'm going to retighten these ones by hand. And the reason why I'm doing that is because I want the silicone to set, and tomorrow I will snug it back up. If I do it all tonight, as much silicone as I put in there, it's all just going to go gushing out, so it's best leave it until morning once that silicone's all nice and tacky. And then I've got myself a nice shape formed on the silicone, and it won't all squish out of place tomorrow. I let this silicone dry for the night, and it's nice and hard and tacky now, so I can continue on with tightening up all the rest of the bolts here. I just did them hand tight. I've already tightened the ones on the other side and most of these ones, and these I usually don't even use a torque wrench with, especially with a cork gasket. And what I usually go by is when you see the silicone start to squish a little bit, and don't tighten it so far as to where the cork starts to squish out of the sides here, because then you've over tightened it. So I more or less just go by what I see on the side of the pan and how tight it looks like it's getting, and sometimes I just call that a Mexican torque wrench. I can say that because that's where I was born. I'll just go over all of them again one more time. I'm a little more snug. I believe the proper torque is around 14 pounds is what the smaller ones here are supposed to take. But I just go with my torque wrench. Now I just got to do the bigger ones on the ends, and those I will snug up a little tighter than I did the other ones. Just want to make sure that it's going to seal nice and tight up here against the pan. There's a rubber seal in there that has to sit down nice and snug. And this is where the leak was before, and that's why I've got so much silicone on the end here, just to make sure that I'm not going to end up with that. This engine will probably be coming apart again after Gopher Dunes, and once I take it apart, then I'll have to see what kind of pistons are in there, and I might be putting new pistons and a bit of a bigger cam in it, and possibly putting my 300 horse heads on there. So this is getting muddled together a little bit, and it's going to get me by for this Gopher Dunes. So it should be good.